Hey everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where I'm still recovering from that goddamn cough. I got 2 cough drops on hand in case it gets bad, but it's been several days since the last one, so I'm hoping today's gonna be a good one. Alright, hello Tataru, tell me about this visitor we have. Tataru seems eager to escort us to the solar. Our guest is with the antecedent in the solar at present. Let's not keep them waiting any longer, shall we? Oh goodness. Okay, well if my voice is given out already, this is gonna be an issue. Bear with me, we're gonna do our best. I would wait until the cough was completely gone, but who knows how long that will be. Lingering coughs after an illness can take literally months to go away, because bodies suck. Hello there, you have a name where you didn't before, Lucia. Good of you to join us. We have much to discuss. This is no time for idle chatter. Well, screw you, I'm gonna idle chatter with everyone. At this point, it would be more unnerving if he spoke plainly. Unexpected tidings from the north, borne by the Lord Commander II. What manner of wind bloweth this day? Alright, well then. Lucia visiting us seems pretty urgent, so let's figure out what's happening.
We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. I believe the two of you have met.
We have. I had hoped to speak with Commander Leveilleur as well, but I cannot afford to wait any longer. The Lord Commander sent me hither to request your aid in a matter of grave import.
You see now why I had Tataru summon you.
Now that we're all assembled, perhaps you would be good enough to elaborate on the nature of the matter which brought you to us.
The Observatorium's astrologians have sounded the alarm. Last night, the Dragonstar burned with an intensity not seen in 15 summers. Not since the Dravanians engaged the Empire in the Battle of Silvertear Skies.
The northern sky doth burn full bright upon the Wormlord's call. The red behemoth beckoneth, and flame consumeth all.
The old Curthan rhyme, aye. The brightening of the Dragonstar is said to accompany the roar of a great worm. The astrologians believe that it was Midgard himself who cried out on this occasion.
After an absence of centuries, the King of Kings did return to lead his kind against the might of Garlemald, only to fall in his duel with the Agrius, proud flagship of the Garlean fleet. Devoid of life, his corpse remaineth entwined about the Magitech monstrosity even unto this day.
Ariange has the right of it. Whatever this alteration in the Dragonstar portends, the Great Worm has shown no sign of life. Tataru, have the Domans reported aught out of the ordinary?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if Midgard had roared, wouldn't we have heard it here in Revenant's Toll?
Roar is but a figure of speech. Dravanians can communicate in ways beyond our ken. It is for this very reason that we are forced to look for signs in the heavens. We cannot say with any confidence that a great worm roared at all, much less that it was Midgard Sorma. Only by directly examining the Keeper of the Lake can we be certain. However, it will take too long to gain the Holy See's approval to dispatch the Temple Knights. Therefore, Sir Emric would entrust this task to you. Do you accept? We knew you would not disappoint us. Now, if you would excuse me, I must return and assist the Lord Commander. We have precious little time to prepare.
To prepare for what, pray tell?
When a great worm roars, his brethren cannot choose but answer. We prepare for battle.
Forgive me if I state out what you already know, but I would ensure that you understand the nature of your destination. As Urianger stated, what we now call the Keeper of the Lake is the wreckage of the Agrius, former flagship of the Imperial fleet, and the corpse of the worm responsible for its destruction. 15 years ago, as the next step in his campaign to subjugate Eorzea, Gaius von Baelsar attempted to seize control of Mordona. So massive was his force that all thought his victory a foregone conclusion. But an unlikely ally came to Eorzea's aid that day. Midgardsormr, legendary guardian of Silvertear Falls, burst forth from beneath the waters of the lake and led a host of dragons against the Garlean airships overhead. In what would later become known as the Battle of Silvertear Skies, the Great Worm felled countless airships before engaging the Agrius. In the ensuing struggle, the flagship's ceruleum engines failed, and it tumbled into the lake below. Yet this victory came at a great cost, for the explosion which followed claimed the life of the Great Worm as well. That same explosion transformed Silvertear Falls into the desolate wasteland it is today, draining the lake of its waters and crystallizing ether from realms around. Yet a remnant of the lake remains, and at its center is a constant reminder of that fateful day long ago. In accordance with Ser Emmerich's wishes, our Doman allies have been standing watch over the Keeper of the Lake. It would be wise to speak with them before investigating the wreckage yourself. Sounds good. Be careful, my friend. We know not what dangers await you within. Now then, let us not neglect our own tasks. There is much to be done and precious little time to do it. Alright then, onwards to the Keeper of the Lake. Before I depart, I must needs speak with the antecedent in private, if you would be so kind. Of course, and I've got things to do as well, so... not a problem. Oh yeah, update on my progress on Final Coils. As of right now, we have finished turn 11, and I grinded out the head and hands for all jobs. And 2 of the jobs also got feet, but the feet seem to be pretty rare from turn 11, so... I know they also drop from turn 12, so I'm probably going to hold off for turn 12 to fully grind out the feet. Alright, let's check in with everyone before we go. Oh gods, if that charred monstrosity actually returned to life, I don't know what I would do. Hopefully not die of fright. We'll find a way to deal with it, hopefully. That lady knight from Ishgard puts quite a gallant figure, doesn't she? Gay. Good for you. Same as before. Same as before. Okay, I think most people are exactly the same as before. Alright, I think Tataru's the only one who changed. Maybe Moonbrita, but whatever. Let's head onwards. Alright, on to the Keeper of the Lake. So the Doman Watch is going to be stationed right at the lake shore, makes sense to me. I'm curious how high up the lake used to be before it drained. I assume at least high enough that it would also encompass the Singing Shards as well. Honestly, there's a... It can't be high enough that it covered Rathrafrost. It definitely cannot have been high enough to cover Rathrafrost, because people actually went to Rathrafrost before Dalamud fell. That was actually part of the 1.0 main story, I think. But I am curious exactly how high it was. Alright, hello there. Have you noticed anything from the Keeper? You're in luck, miss. I was about to send word to Revenant Toll about the Garleans. The what? Of late, I've seen small airships, likely from Castrum Sentry, come and go from the Keeper of the Lake. Though I cannot say for certain at this distance, I believe they may be salvaging something from within the wreckage. The Castrum supply lines have been cut for some time, and I'd wager they're desperately in need of spare parts and other equipment. Alright, well we're already heading there because there's worries Midgardsormr may be alive. So it's true then, the Ishgardians honestly fear that the worm might rise again. Well, from here that seems rather unlikely, but if it's assurances they want, you've no choice but to inspect the corpse in its entirety. Easier said than done given the creatures which inhabit the wreckage, and the aforementioned Garleans who won't take kindly to your presence. They're sure to fire upon an airship, so I'd advise a more stealthy approach. Take this boat and a few of your comrades to the base of the Agrius, then climb to the top. That's the only viable approach, I'd say. Sounds good. Into the Keeper of the Lake we go. And I'm gonna pop in a cough drop, so apologies if you can hear that. I'm gonna try and keep it as quiet as possible, but you know. Alright, let's head on in. We're bringing in our Scion allies. Average item level required is 90. Let's do this. Into the Keeper of the Lake. Let's go check on the corpse. Also, I finally remembered to get my portraits updated, so that's a relief. Alright, I believe the patch 2.5 dungeons will be dropping item level 100 gear. We are well past that in terms of our own gearing, so I'm not too worried. But it is good to know. Alright, Winged Glide is just a dash now. Okay. We're gonna take these one pull at a time just so the NPC AI does not get too confused on what's going on. Again, really wish they would actually use their AoE attacks. And which relic weapon do I have? I'm at 115, so I'm one step away from caught up on Dragoon. Oh, that is a lot of enemies. Alright, let's pull forward a little bit. And I see a treasure coffer over there. Hey, on the bright side, at least the tank knows to get out of the AoEs. It'd be rather sad if they didn't even program that in. But if the only flaw of the AI is they don't use their AoE attacks, well, it sucks, but we could cope. You know what? Let's switch over to the Lake Nanka. It's closer to death. There we go. Get rid of you, then focus on the Son of the Keeper. Alright, looks like the path ahead is right there, but first... Oh, can only use that targeting enemies, fair enough. Let's grab some loot. I can turn that into Grand Company Seals, which I need for my relic weapons. I need so many Grand Company Seals. At least I have almost half of the bombard cords I need for all the weapons at this point. Rude, Nyx! Also, worth pointing out, Sermit. The Sermit Koblins. Sermit is the word in universe for concrete. Specifically the concrete that the Garleans make. But no one else really makes concrete / Sermit, so... Those Koblins have incorporated concrete into their bodies, which is very funny. Normally it's gemstones, but they decided on concrete. Alright, Einhander has some interesting mechanics, which will be easier to explain once it's actually using them. Alright, Resounding Screech is going to summon 6 friends, each carrying ceruleum tanks, and then Einhander is going to charge through them, or at least hit them, setting them off so they're about to blow up, And the explosion will cause the other ones to prepare to blow up. So you kind of get the idea of what to do. Watch which ones are about to explode and move to avoid. Okay, we got more bombs coming in with another resounding screech. Looks like there's actually a gap over here. Ah, you're gonna ignite all of them at once. So we need to move over to the one safe spots. And get back to attacking. Alright, if you use the tank buster again, I'm using my feint. Alright, one more set of bombs. And looks like you're doing the dash again. Come over here, let me fight you. Okay, move out of the way. 2% left. And we got it. What'd you say? Hold on. This will be easier to actually read all the dialogue. Yeah, no, I don't want to know how they learn to use explosives like that. That's concerning. Alright, onwards, further up the wreck. And now we've got Garleans to deal with. Thankfully, if they're just scavenging forces, they shouldn't be too tough. Where's the 6th cohort normally stationed? I don't actually know off the top of my head. I know each of the Castra usually has a specific cohort associated with them. I just don't remember where the 6th is stationed. Alright, they dropped a key. We can use that to open up the gate and move forward. Oh god. The alarms are going off. They know we're here. Okay, well, Tank, I'm gonna let you start getting to work on the enemies. I'm gonna go grab the loot and take care of this Magitech field inductor. This may be a mistake, but it will allow us to actually fight the Colossus. If we can just drag it in. There we go. Okay, get out of there. Oh god. Did you just... Hold on, I thought I saw one of the, foot soldiers fly off and die. I must have been seeing things. I think I got the Marauder confused with one of the soldiers. Alright, there we are. I just had a stupid thought. Wouldn't it be funny if the NPCs could actually claim the loot from the treasure coffers? Wouldn't that just suck? Honestly, it would be kind of funny. I'm just really glad they don't do that. That's a terrible idea. Why would they do that? One of those random thoughts just popped into my head. Okay, can we please line up all these enemies so I can actually drop my AoEs on them? We got a limit break ready. You know what? Fuck it. Who cares? Going for it. We'll build the limit break back up. And considering the fact that it was full before the first boss and just filled up again, I assume one of the NPCs used it. It caps out at 1 before we hit the boss, so might as well just use it. Speed things up for us a little bit. Maybe have been better to save for the boss, oh well. Alright, moving onwards. And we've got a Magitech gunship. Alright then, let's take care of you. So, you've got a few big mechanics to look out for. Mainly we want to watch out for the flames. You have a lot of ways you enjoy using your flamethrower, and it can be annoying. We got the big cone, you can drop frickin' napalm on the ground, which thankfully goes away pretty quickly. Still something to watch out for though. And you can summon soldiers to assist you. Okay, let's take care of those soldiers first. Oh, you get back here. Okay, you're gonna drop napalm again, I think. Yep. Okay, please stop dropping the napalm. Oh, goodness. That is getting really annoying. Because it really forces us to stay away so we can't really attack you properly. Hey! Hey, 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 knock that off. Okay, you keep dropping the carpet bombs on the Conjurer specifically. Is that an attack that deliberately targets healers? Because I know that's a thing this game does. Okay. They're dealt with. Let's continue up the hill. Alright, now we're climbing directly on Midgardsormr's corpse. Oh, lovely. I'm curious how high... Oh, goodness, okay. We're so high up that the fog prevents us from seeing the ground at all. That's how high up we are. It would be nice if the gloom weather would clear up a bit so we could actually see exactly how high up we are. I mean, the Crystal Tower still towers above us, but wow, okay. Yeah, we're near the top. Okay, once all the enemies are clear, a stray shot from a Magitech gunship will destroy the wreckage blocking our way. How kind of them. How kind of them to fuck up a stray shot and help us. Hey, speaking of, there's the gunship. Okay, there we go. I think we have just one last set of ads, or one last set of trash. And our destination is just ahead. We can check on Midgardsormr's corpse, kill any Garleans who are trying to screw up the place. And then we can safely get out of here. Alright then, what will we find?
Who treadeth now upon my bones, and waketh me from slumber sweet? Thou hast forgotten the face of thy Lord. Remember, mortal, and fear me.
So the Ishgardians were right. Midgardsormr lives. Alright then. This is bad. We're gonna have to deal with this, and quickly. And that means Midgardsormr probably was the one who roared. And that probably does mean there is an attack coming. Crap. Alright, Inner Turmoil is an inner circle AoE, so get away from the face. Outer Turmoil is a donut AoE, so getting close to avoid it. Phantomkin, I believe you're going to be summoning ads. Okay, not ads. You're going to be summoning ghosts, which are going to do big line AoEs directly in front of them. So you can get in front. Oh god. Or behind where they're aiming in order to survive. Looks like their attacks go off about the same time as his Phantom Admonishment. Okay, what is discussed? Probably an AoE, raid wide. Yeah, that's a raid wide. Okay, that one's up front. We've got an outer turmoil. So we're gonna want to be kind of middle-ish. Okay, we could have been up closer. I should trust the NPCs. They know where they're going. The fact that this is a circular arena and those are lines coming from the edge makes it a little bit hard to read exactly what where they're going to attack. Alright, we've got ads. Midgardsormr is charging up an ultimate attack, so we're going to need to take care of these ads quickly. The longer we take, the stronger that ultimate will become. Alright, fine, I'll help with this one. There we go, one down. And we're safe. 45, not too bad. Could have been so much worse. Akmorn is our first multi-hit stack marker. Get in the stack marker and stay in the stack marker. It will keep hitting repeatedly. You'll know it's done because it will very clearly be done. But stay in until it's definitely done. Okay, I think moving off to the side. Oh, wait, you know what? Yep, that's the entire front covered. Alright, Antipathy first went up during the ads phase, but it's going to be a series of AoEs moving from the inside out. just move in accordance with the order that it's going to attack in order to avoid it. Stand, I'd say, like, close to the middle, but not in the middle. Wait for the first one to go off, and then move into the middle once the first one goes off to be safe. Okay, got more Phantomkin coming. Front's covered. Middle-ish is covered? I think we're safe right about here. The NPCs sure seem to think so. We're close to a limit break 2, but I don't think we're going to make it in time, so... Once we're safe from antipathy, limit break 1, finish the job. Not quite. Honestly good. And we have defeated Midgard's armor. Now we need to get ready for the fight. So thou art gifted indeed. You know what I should have done? I should have eaten food for a food buff. And maybe used a potion, I've got plenty. Also, one of my friends wanted me to point out that there is an action called materia extraction. It is very, very useful. You should definitely have this on hand. It's under general actions. But what it does is it sorts your gear by their spirit bond levels. So you can just open this up and scroll through and quickly check if anything anywhere has full spirit bond and just yank the materia out. It's really, really handy. It's way easier than going into your character menu and into your armory chest. It is way, way easier for extracting materia. Anyways, let's get out of here.
By her gifts hast thou earned a moment's reprieve. Speak, mortal, and I shall listen. Guided by a star. My people have heard the song. Ishgard shall burn. Sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. We do not forget. We do not forgive. Seven children did I sire. One now singeth of retribution. I rise to join in the chorus. Thou art powerless to silence us, mortal. Yet thou shalt not live to labor in vain. Thy reprieve is at an end. Trickery is thy shield. This frail, ignoble creature is not gifted, but chosen. Hearken to me, Hydaelyn. I remember, and I consent. Mayhap thou thinkest me an oath breaker. Thou art mistaken. If thou comest to harm, it shall be by another's hand, not mine. I did but strip thee of thy mistress's feeble blessing. Thou didst profit much by her grace, but no more. The covenant binds me to thee. I shall watch, listen, and wait. Fight and struggle, if it be thy will. Man hath ever coveted that which lieth beyond his grasp. I drink of her body, and thence of mine own find new life. When it hath grown whole, the loyal and penitent shall rejoice. The Dragonsong heraldeth a beginning and an end.
We now have Midgardsormr as a minion, because the bastard stole our Blessing of Light and is now spying on us. Well, this sucks. This sucks so fucking much. The bastard stole our Blessing of Light. But it also seemed like he had some sort of agreement with Hydaelyn? And of course, he is slowly recovering his strength before he comes back to life. Alright, we learned a lot there, and a lot of bad shit happened. I was beginning to fear the worst. Were those explosions I saw? But you shouldn't waste time talking with me. Alphino left a message stating that you were to return to the Rising Stones at once. Alright, hold on. First. They just forcibly give you the minion. Father of Dragons, Keeper of the Lake, Bane of the 14th Legion. While it is difficult to believe the Yalmlong pup could be any of these things, he assures you his current form is only temporary, while he awaits the reconstruction of a new corporeal vessel. Midgardsormr was a king amongst kings who reigned for centuries on end, from Minfilia. He's just mad because I went in as a dragoon, which is the dragon slaying job. He's just mad. But it also sounded like it was not Midgardsormr who roared, it was one of his children. So we've got some stuff to deal with. Ishgard's probably in a bit of a panic at the moment, or at least they will be shortly. Hi everyone, hi, so bad news. Bad news. Have you spoken with Commander Levier yet? He has been pacing again. Ah, he's worried about us. 12, save me, is it coming? What should we do? Oh, he's not? It's a little bit more complicated than that. That's not new. That's not new. That's not new. Okay, Ashula's gonna be the same. Y'all are gonna be the same. Yeah. Tataru, Lucia, you two are the only ones I can rely on to give me new stuff. Dang it. Finally coughed. Hello there, everyone. So I've got bad news. Truth interpreted is truth transformed. Today's heroes may yet become tomorrow's gods, or something else. What are you talking about, Urianger? Welcome home, Satora. Alphino is worried sick about you. Why don't you go and set his mind at ease? I'm fine, Alphino. Please calm down. Here, you know what? You're so stressed. You know what you need. You know what you need to calm down. I find this helps everyone calm down. Head pats. Head pats are always good for calming down. Praise the 12th that you are hale and whole. I came as soon as Minfilia informed me of Sir Emmerich's request. You have completed your investigation of the Keeper of the Lake, I take it. Then I'll hear your reports. Yeah, bad things. You converse with Midgardstormer. I swear, were anyone else to make such a claim, I would regard it with considerable skepticism. Are we to understand that the Worm Lord did not perish, but has in sooth lain dormant these past 15 years? Less a resurrection and more a rejuvenation for he who dwelleth in eternity, years passing as moments. Though his words were ambiguous at times, one statement left little room for interpretation. My people have heard the song, Ishgard shall burn. Clearly an attack is imminent. We must share this information with Sir Emmerich immediately. However, we dare not divulge your conversation with Midgardstormer in its entirety. To even acknowledge that you heard the voice of a Dravanian is a great but necessary risk. Lest we forget, men have been executed as heretics for declaring as much. For your own protection, and for the sake of our tenuous relations with Ishgard, this truth cannot leave this room. As for how we shall present our revelation to Sir Emmerich's emissary, you may leave that to me. Pray remain here for now. Is there something you are not telling us, Sator? Oh, we're not telling them about the blessing of light being sealed. Alright, got it. You seem different somehow. 'Tis almost as if you are missing something important. Yeah, he took away my blessing. 12 for Fen, Midgardstormer stripped you of the blessing of light? Are you alright? How do you feel? I see. It is a relief to hear that you are otherwise unharmed. It beggars belief that any being could possess the power to deprive you of her blessing. Midgardstormer made mention of a covenant, did he not? One of the ancient myths regarding Silvertear Falls states that when the waters came into existence, so too did the Great Worm. Althik and Namiya, brother Time and sister Fate, decreed that Midgardstormer ever watch over the source, from which all water and magic was said to flow. I wonder, what if this was the covenant of which he spoke, and 'twas not the gods with whom he treated, but Heidelin herself? Well, if he is watching over you as he claimed, mayhap you'll have an opportunity to ask. Let us keep this matter to ourselves. I do not wish to burden our friends needlessly. Art thou a pawn, or master of thy fate? What hast thou wrought by thine own hands, mortal?
My friend, I can scarce believe it. You confronted the Wormlord and lived to tell the tale. I give thanks to Helone for your preservation. It is our sole cause for gladness. Your encounter with the Keeper of the Lake served to confirm our fears. A great worm has roared, and it makes little difference if it was one of the two in Eorzea or any other. The Dravanians are coming.
I am told that Ishgard has magical defenses against Dravanian attack, though I am not privy to their exact nature. Will they be enough to repel a massive force?
Ishgard has weathered countless assaults over centuries. This will be no different. And now that you have confirmed the threat, none can ignore the Lord Commander's calls for the wards to be strengthened. I dare not presume to speak for him, but I expect the Lord Commander would sing your praises. I must away, but we shall meet again soon.
Countless assaults weathered, and this will be no different? Why am I not convinced?
Let's just hope the preparations will be sufficient. And of course, I'm willing to help out with the defense of Ishgard, though I'm a little worried about how that'll go. I assume you're in as well, Alphino? You and your Crystal Braves? The Ishgardians have warred with the Dravanians for centuries, nay, nearly 1,000 years. In all that time, not once have their enemies breached their defenses and entered the city proper. Yet regardless of how strong these magical wards may be, I nevertheless fear that the Ishgardians are underestimating the gravity of the situation. Though it was not Midgard-Sorma who roared, a call to arms by one of the First Brood cannot be ignored. Until such time as they choose to request our aid, however, we can do naught but observe the situation at a distance and pray that our fears are unfounded. Fair enough. Has anything changed? As the receptionist of the Rising Stones, it is my job to receive all manner of guests with due courtesy. I've had to memorize the political positions and military ranks of half a dozen different nations. Fun. And let me guess, nothing new. Yeah. Nothing new. Fair enough. Alright then, with that, next time on Final Fantasy XIV, we have a brief reprieve while we wait to see how the situation in Ishgard develops. So in the meantime, let's go check in on the post-Moogle. And then next week, we will get back to the main story. I'll see everyone next time for that.